Live from the Scripps Studios, this is 10 News.
Right now it's 10 a.m. on January 1st in Baghdad, Iraq. San Diego-based Marines are on the ground to protect the U.S. Embassy from attack. Good evening, I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. Our 10 News reporter Anthony Pura is in the live center. And Anthony, more Marines are expected to arrive here in the coming days.
Well, that's right. Another team from Fort Bragg, North Carolina will be sent out. That is on top of the team that's already on the ground right now. Check out this video. This was tweeted out by the White House's social media director about an hour ago. It shows the Marines there arriving at the embassy in Baghdad. The president holds Iran responsible for the attack today.
These are pictures taken by the Special Purpose Marine Air Ground Task Force Crisis Response Central Command. They show an MV-22 Osprey delivering U.S. Marines to the embassy in Baghdad as reinforcements after violent protesters pushed their way into the compound Tuesday. Officials at Camp Pendleton confirmed a Southern California team part of this mission. The group is made up of Marines from Camp Pendleton, Miramar, and 29 Palms. This video shows the assault on the embassy, protesters setting fires and wreaking havoc until they were eventually pushed back by Iraqi security forces. U.S. Marines were sent as reinforcements. Apache helicopters flew overhead, firing flares as a warning. President Trump responded to the attack from Mar-a-Lago.
I think it's been handled very well. The Marines came in. As soon as we saw there was a potential for problem, they got in, and there was no problem whatsoever.
The protesters, furious after a weekend airstrike by U.S. forces, reportedly killed 25 militia members. That U.S. airstrike was in response to a rocket attack in northern Iraq last week that killed a U.S. contractor. The U.S. blames an Iran-backed Iraqi militia group for that attack.
As news develops with this story and our troops, we'll push it out on the 10 News mobile app. You can download that for free in the App Store.
All right, happening now. New Year's celebrations all across the globe. It is already 2020 most everywhere, but in San Diego, the parties have just begun.
And 10 News reporter Matt Boone has been across the county tonight with the bashes for the ages.
Yeah, Kimberly, we're in the middle of it all in the gas lamp. People out here drinking, partying, getting ready. We got less than an hour left until New Year's. But earlier we were up in North County as we celebrated an early New Year's celebration with fireworks and music. At Legoland, kids got to dance till the sun went down. Their New Year's resolutions were simple. What are you looking forward to?
To do fun things.
The main event, a 22-foot tall brick drop at 6 o'clock.
So that way kids can go ahead and pass out afterwards, get home, and don't miss their bedtime.
As the kids headed home after fireworks, downtown in the gas lamp, the party was just beginning.
I really think going into 2020, there's just a lot more hope. People are excited.
Along with looking forward, it's also a chance to look back at the past decade.
I think I finally grew up. I hit 50.
24 to 35, it's been pretty wild.
I know, a lot happened in that decade.
Oh, yeah. And then I woke up one day, I was married.
The night's not quite over yet.
It's definitely going to be crazy.
Madison Schwartz and Vanessa Smith work at Henry's Pub, ready for a busy night.
We have to try and have fun while also making sure everybody else has fun.
A lighthearted attitude they hope to continue into the new decade.
I don't really think like New Year, New Me. I'm just going to continue on doing what I got to do.
Others with this simple advice.
Be kind to others, and when you get the chance, serve others, and the universe will give back to you.
Some good advice there. Reporting live for the last time in 2019, Matt Boone, 10 News.
Matt, thank you. The past decade was marked by stories that changed the landscape of San Diego.
10 News reporter Laura Acevedo is live downtown with a look back at the most memorable events of the last 10 years.
Steve and Kimberly, we saw moments of loss and tragedy. We also had moments of celebration, Hall of Famers and champions. The decade started with many San Diegans out of a job. In 2010, the unemployment rate hovered at around 10%, much different as we close out 2019. Unemployment now just under 3%. In 2010, a tragedy that rocked the community, the death of 17-year-old Chelsea King, who vanished in February while on a run in a park near her Poway home. Her body found days later. Her killer, John Gardner, sentenced to 3 consecutive life sentences without parole, also responsible for the death of 14-year-old Amber Dubois. After Chelsea's death, the King family helped push for Chelsea's Law, which increases punishments, parole, and oversight for sex offenders. In 2011, a mystery at the Spreckles mansion in Coronado. Rebecca Zahau found nude, bound, and hanging from a balcony. The death ruled a suicide, something her family denies to this day. In April of last year, a civil jury found Adam Shacknai liable for Zahau's death. Shacknai maintains his innocence. The families reached a settlement in February. In May of 2012, the loss of Chargers great Junior Seau, and just 2 years later, Padres Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn. In 2013, sexual harassment allegations rocked San Diego City Hall, eventually forcing Mayor Bob Filner to resign. 19 women accused Filner of harassment. He eventually pleaded guilty to 1 felony count of false imprisonment and 2 misdemeanor battery charges, a deal that prevents him from ever running for office again. Cross-border transportation was made easier with the opening of CBX in Otay Mesa in 2015, a $120 million access bridge connecting travelers with the Tijuana International Airport. The MLB All-Star Game made its way to America's finest city in 2016. The lineup included Jose Altuve, Bryce Harper, and the MVP of the game, Eric Hosmer. In 2017, San Diego lost its beloved Chargers, leaving for Los Angeles. Fans still divided, some loving to hate them, others hating to still love them. The decade also brought San Diego 2 Hall of Famers. In 2017, Chargers running back LaDainian Tomlinson. In 2018, Padres closer Trevor Hoffman. Major wildfires ripped through our communities, starting with the Cocos Fire in the North County in 2014, destroying more than 40 buildings. In December 2017, the Lilac Fire in North County burned 4,100 acres and killed 46 horses, unable to escape the flames. Then there was the West Fire in the summer of last year, burning 34 homes and 22 other buildings in Alpine. The San Diego-Mexico border was front and center of the immigration and border wall debate. 2018 saw 2 migrant caravans make their way here. On November 25th, migrants waiting to claim asylum rushed the San Ysidro border, met with tear gas from border agents. An unprecedented border shutdown for 6 hours, creating a $5.3 million loss for businesses in the area. This year, the Poway synagogue shooting. 20-year-old John Ernest accused of opening fire at the Chabad of Poway, killing Lori Kay and injuring several others, including Rabbi Yisrael Goldstein. Ernest is set to go to trial next June. For college football fans, the former home of the Chargers closer to becoming SDSU West. San Diego State has presented a plan and offer to the city to purchase the SDCCU stadium site in Mission Valley, just a part of the university's expansion that will also include a satellite campus and university housing. Also this year, champions from San Diego. Former Aztec great Kawhi Leonard led the Toronto Raptors to the NBA championship. And just months later, West Hills High and SDSU alum Steven Strasburg helped lead the Washington Nationals to their first World Series win in history, both named series MVPs. What better way to end the decade than with the most memorable fireworks display San Diego has ever seen. July 4th, 2012, the Big Bay Boom exploding in 15 seconds, forever known as the Big Bay Bust. And in case you're wondering, that show is actually supposed to last about 17 minutes. Reporting live, Laura Acevedo, 10 News.
Yeah, so many memories, some so sad and others celebratory. Thank you for that, Laura.
A San Diego man who went to Arizona for the Fiesta Bowl found himself in a life and death situation. Doorbell video captured him pleading for help.
I've been shot.
The victim is only identified by his first name, Anthony. Now, he was in Phoenix over the weekend for the game between Ohio State and Clemson. He was sleeping in his car when 3 masked teenagers held him at gunpoint. carjacked him, and then kidnapped him. They made withdrawals at different ATMs before they left him in this empty lot and shot him several times. Anthony ran and desperately rang doorbells until he reached the home of a Phoenix area firefighter who was skeptical.
It's Anthony. I've been shot. Who's Anthony? Call 911. Just call 911. I've been shot. I swear to God.
One of the suspects already confessed to the crimes. Anthony plans to come home to San Diego tomorrow.
The man credited with taking down a gunman at a Texas church on Sunday spoke for the first time about the attack. Jack Wilson says the entire ordeal lasted less than 6 seconds. In that time, a gunman rose from a back pew and started firing shots before he was taken down by Wilson.
I don't feel like I'm a hero. I was doing what I needed to do to protect the people of the congregation.
2 people were killed. Mourners held a vigil outside the church last night, praying for the lives lost.